The title of this presentation is Living in the Gray, a look at gender performance and performativity. Please help me to welcome Ryan.
Drag is everywhere in popular culture. RuPaul's Drag Race, Taylor Swift music videos, and even your local 3-minute thesis competition. But why is this? Why does it feel like drag is taking over? I think that it's because our understandings of gender and sexuality are changing radically. As a society, we're beginning to understand that gender isn't necessarily a two-size-fit-all kind of scenario. Perhaps there's a little bit of room for something in between. My research focuses on the difference between gender performance and gender performativity by examining their relationship with drag performance. Queer theorist Judith Butler defines gender as an identity instituted through a stylized repetition of acts. This means that gender, as most people see it, is really just a set of learned code and behavior that we've grown accustomed to deeming a gendered identity. So for example, if I like to lift heavy things and walk like a linebacker and chew and spit tobacco, I'm playing into male stereotypes. But if I like to wear high heels and decorate my body with jewelry and toss my hair dramatically, I'm playing into feminine stereotypes or gender norms. And the repetition and performance of these gender norms is known as gender performance. Gender performativity, on the flip side, is a rejection of these norms and embracing of one's natural identity, however that may present itself. Gender performativity rejects the binary and says, hey, this thing that you thought was black and white is really a gigantic sea of gray. But in order to understand how these two terms apply to drag performance, we first have to know what is drag performance. Drag is the act of cross-dressing, but specifically for the purpose of entertainment. Drag is an inherently theatrical act. Drag queens, as an example, are personified parodies or campy versions of female stereotypes. They use their dramatized feminine appearance to poke fun at gay life and gay culture through the eyes of a faux created outsider. The audience is invited to laugh at these situations because they're always aware that this is an act. They're always consciously aware of the binary duality of gender. So because drag performance is a putting on of another sex's gender norms, it falls into the category of gender performance. But this is where my research is focused. Drag may start as gender performance, but somewhere along the way, it begins to blur the lines of the binary. Having been a drag performer myself for several years, it gets harder and harder to decipher if the embracing of the more feminine aspects of my persona is gender performance, or really just me being who I am in my truest form. When does gender performance become less of a performance and more of a state of being, living in the gray? This question is at the heart of my research, and through interviews with other drag queens, the ever-changing research in the field of gender and sexuality, and my own personal experience, I hope to find the answer. Thank you.